So coming into the longer kettlebell HIIT session now, straight into swings. We're going to go for about 30 seconds. So again, bell nice and high to the hips, hip hinging back, so pushing your bum directly back towards the wall behind you, and then aggressively drive the hips through, pushing your feet into the floor, trying to feel like a little bit of a stretch of the hamstrings as well as you sink down and back. Keep your upper back nice and flat, and short, sharp exhale at the top position, really bracing through the core at the top. And resting now 15 seconds, just shaking it off, getting yourself ready. Going to come in for a second set of swings. So just getting yourself set. Both hands now coming to the bell, getting ready in 3, 2, 1, off you go. Good, so bell nice and high to the hips. Don't let the bell drift down too low, and let the knee bend take care of itself. So we're hip hinging back as far as we can pretty much, and then aggressively driving through, and the knee bend just taking care of itself. Elbows are fairly soft, and gripping the floor with our feet. So big toe curled into the floor, creating the arch through the center of the foot. Chin slightly tucked, just keeping it fairly neutral so we're not arching up too much at the neck. And getting ready to rest, and resting there 15 seconds. So getting yourself ready for the next drill. We're going to be coming into a clean and press. So swing, clean and press. We're going to drop the bell nice and high to the hips and then come into the rack position and press overhead. Getting set in 3, 2, 1, off you go. So dropping the bell from the rack position nice and high to the hips. Keep the upper arm nice and tight to the side. Imagine there's a belt tying your upper arm to the side, and dropping that elbow under the bell to catch the bell into the rack. Solidify in the rack and then press overhead. Keep a nice even balance between both feet. Again, gripping the floor of your toes really helps. And keep that hand loose on the clean. Don't tighten it up. Keep the hand loose like a hook, and then only tighten it up when you come to the press. That's going to really help that clean and press position. Nice, guys, getting ready to rest, and resting there 15 seconds. So shaking that off. Getting ready to come now on the other side with the clean and press. Again, swing, clean and press. So getting set in 3, 2, 1. Now other side clean and press. So dropping nice and high to the hips. Again, don't go down too low. Hinge those hips back like you would do with a swing, and pressing overhead. Really solidify in that rack position just for a moment. Eliminate all the movement as you swing it up into the rack. Solidify, then press overhead. And we can have a little bit of rotation, as you see here, through the waist as well. So a slight rotation back of that shoulder just can help, especially if you're pretty tight through the shoulders and the lats like I am. Keeping that nice even balance through the feet, and rest there. Good, 15 seconds. Okay, getting ready to transition. Getting set. Just getting the air back in the lungs now. In 3, 2, 1. And coming into a kettlebell squat now. So down nice and low. Keep your thumbs nice and deep through those handles. Bell pointing upwards in reverse position. That, to me, always really helps. And keep that bell nice and close to your chest. Try and draw yourself in with those hip flexors. Again, creating the arch through the foot by gripping the floor with your big toe. And suck yourself in with those hip flexors. Trying to drop your hip crease slightly lower than the knee if you can, if your mobility allows it. If it doesn't, that's just fine. Just keeping that nice even pressure up, and getting ready to rest, and resting there 15 seconds. Okay, shaking that off, getting ready to start again. Very short rest periods here, but just kind of getting enough air in just so we can continue each round. Okay, getting set in 3, 2, 1, and going into the figure of 8 to hold. So again, in that squat position, squat down and hinge back at the same time, and drop that bell through the center of the legs, and then change hands behind the knee, then aggressively drive up from the squat to bring the bell across your body and cup the bell underneath as you catch it, and really brace through the midsection and the core at the top position like someone was going to punch you in the stomach. Again, do not let go of that bell until you have transitioned that hand, so you don't want any dead space. And resting there 15 seconds. Okay, shaking that off, getting ready to come back in. Getting set. In 3, 2, 1, off you go. We're going to come into a high pull now. So hip hinging back, exactly like you would do with the swing. But then you're going to go aggressively drive up, driving that elbow up and back like you were elbowing someone in the face behind you. At the top position, brace through the abs and squeeze the glutes together. So we're keeping that rib cage down at the top, imagining you're being about to be punched in the stomach, and glutes together at that top position, so you're completely in that upright position as though you're against a wall. And resting there, 15 seconds. So we're going to do the same on the other side now in transition. Okay, getting yourself ready, changing hands. Last few seconds rest in 3, 2, 1, and transitioning to the other side now. So most of that drive is coming from the back of my elbow joint, and I'm squeezing that elbow back and squeezing back between my scapula, the shoulder blades. As it reaches the top, I'm then punching that bell out, down into an arc. So it's not merely just dropping. There's a little bit of forward push at that top position to push that bell back into a nice natural arch. And just remember to keep that bell nice and high to the hips. It's really tempting on this one to let the bell sink a little bit too low, which can ruin your hip hinge. And rest there. So probably blowing a little bit by now, shaking that off. Just getting ready to come back in again. Over halfway through this drill now. So getting yourself ready, coming down to the floor in 3, 2, 1, into a regular push-up for me. So shoulders down towards the hips, fingertips splayed outwards, gripping the floor with your hands, trying to rotate the right hand clockwise and the left hand anti-clockwise. That won't happen, but it'll bring your elbows into the correct position. Keep your glutes super squeezed together and midsection braced as though you're going to be kicked in the stomach. Eyes facing down, not looking forwards. Keep that nice stable structure through your spine, and remember you can always regress this by going down to the knees. There's no shame in that. And rest there, good 15 seconds. Okay, shaking that off. Should be starting to feel it just a little bit now. Getting yourself ready. We're going to come back into another set of push-ups. And off you go, second set, last set of these. So let's have a big effort now. Let's push towards the end. Really gripping the floor. Don't let your hands be passive here. Exhaling up, inhaling back down again. And just keeping that nice stable structure through the spine. Nice straight lines from your upper back all the way down into your hamstrings. And remember, go down to the knees if you need to. There's absolutely no shame in that. Just keeping that pressure going. Fantastic job, guys. Nearly there in 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good 15 seconds again. Excellent. Okay, so doing really well now. We're over 7.5 minutes in. A few minutes left. So getting set again for the next exercise in 3, 2, 1. Going hard now into a squat to press. So into that rack position, thumb driving into the collarbone to hold that rack as you go deep into that squat. Then in one sequential motion, drive up overhead. So drawing yourself in like you would do with a normal squat position. Try and keep those hips nice and level. And then in one movement, exhale and press overhead. Really try and keep that rib cage down. Don't let it flare open at the top. So don't let the ribs yawn open. Keep that rib cage down and shut, even if the press is shorter. And resting there, guys. Good 15 seconds, then we're going to come back in. Okay, getting set now. We're going to transition to the other side, squat to press. Probably feeling it on the heart and the lungs by now. Now getting ready in 3, 2, 1. Thumb driving hard into the collarbone for that rack position. Exhale and press overhead. Again, really grip the floor with your feet. Create the arch through the center of the foot. That really helps with the knee alignment. Opening up through those knees to descend into the squat. Drawing yourself in with those hip flexors. Then in one sequential motion, pressing overhead. Keeping that rib cage down all the times you press overhead to stop it from yawning open. Imagine it's like a mouth, and those teeth want to yawn open, and we want to keep that mouth shut. Don't let that space increase. Excellent, guys. And resting there, 15 seconds. So we've only got one round left, one last exercise. So just getting yourself set. We're going to come into kettlebell swings again just to round up. So big effort here now as we drive forward to the end. And off you go. Good. So bell nice and high to the hips, keeping those shoulder blades drawn back together. Big aggressive hip drive forwards. Squeezing your toes into the floor. Trying to rotate the right foot to the right, left foot to the left. That pre-tightens the hamstrings, but obviously they're not going to move because they're stuck on the floor. Bell nice and high to the hip. Short, sharp exhale as we kick it up. Chin nice and neutral. Elbows nice and relaxed. And just keep driving that through. Short, sharp exhale at the top and rib cage down. Keeping that movement going, coming up towards the end. Nice, guys. Big effort now. Big drive forwards. Excellent. Good. Tightening those hands up at the top position. Fantastic. In 3, 2, 1, and rest there. Excellent job. Drill complete.